Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economics Updates Monday afternoon, September 29, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good afternoon. Dinar recaps. Naval buildup. U.S. modernizes fleet while China surges ahead in shipbuilding. As China scales ship production and the U.S. ramps its naval modernization amid war games in the South China Sea. The balance of power is shifting, with major implications for global money, trade, and military finance. China's shipyard dominance and technological leap. China now accounts for over half of all global ship orders by tonnage in the first 8 months of 2025. Confirming its dominance in commercial and dual-use shipbuilding, despite U.S. port fees targeting Chinese vessels. The aircraft carrier Fujian launched a stealth fighter using an electromagnetic catapult, a capability previously almost unique to the U.S. Navy. This reflects not just quantity, but technological maturity. China's latest naval project, the amphibious assault ship Type 076, Sichuan, is designed to carry drones and launch them with EMALS-like systems. It is preparing for sea trials. U.S. response: modernization, fees, and strategic rebalancing. The U.S. is pushing port fees on Chinese-built vessels entering U.S. ports, raising the cost for vessels tied to Chinese shipyards, in part as a way to counter China's maritime dominance. U.S. naval modernization includes investing in shipyards, increasing production, and improving warship technology. Although several reports warn of weaknesses, maintenance backlogs, supply chain delays, workforce shortages, war games and U.S.-China confrontations in the sea. Recent U.S. war games and exercises in the South China Sea, often with allies, serve both as deterrents and as demonstrations of logistical capacity and naval readiness, key in projecting both power and securing supply lines. China, meanwhile, is performing its own naval drills, advancing capabilities in drone warfare, early warning aircraft, and carrier operations. The potential for escalation exists, but much also depends on who controls the maritime routes. How this fits into broader global restructuring. Small diamond industrial capacity as national security asset. Black small square. China's state-supported industrial base allows it to produce commercial and warship assets at scale and speed. Those shipyards are dual-use, supporting merchant fleets, but also military expansion. Black small square. U.S. is trying to revive its shipbuilding industrial base, not just for defense, but because industrial strength impacts trade balance, employment, and technological leadership. Small diamond financial and trade levers in strategic competition. Black small square. Port fees on Chinese-built vessels are not just trade policy. They are financial instruments used to shape economic dependencies and shift investment flows. Black small square. Countries ordering ships, choosing ports, or contracting shipyards are effectively making strategic financial decisions. Where capital flows, where alliances are strengthened, where supply chains are trusted. Small diamond alliance behavior and global military finance. Black small square. U.S. war games with allies amplify defense costs, joint training, combined procurement, shared technology development. Funding these requires investment, debt, subsidies, which influences national budgets. Black small square. China's activities press other nations to re-examine their naval and maritime strategies. They may feel compelled to invest more in defense or align more closely with China or the U.S. for protection, trade guarantees, or port access. Key implications. Countries dependent on shipping or maritime trade must now consider which naval power controls the routes, how fees or sanctions could affect shipping costs, and what defense guarantees they will need. U.S. policy is beginning to treat industrial capacity, shipyards, ports, naval tech, not just as defense, but as essential infrastructure in geopolitical competition. The speed and scale of China's shipbuilding challenge the assumption that the U.S. can remain structurally dominant without major reform, funding, or alliances. Why this matters? The naval buildup is not just about ships or war games. It's about which nations control maritime commerce, technological platforms, and industrial capacity. How trade gets routed, which currencies are used in ship finance, who builds warships and their supply chains. All this will reshape political and financial systems of power globally. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com